Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Why is it that the minute I go live, I start fidgeting with my jacket, and okay, for anybody who saw me yesterday, do not adjust your television set. Yes, I'm wearing exactly the same thing that I was wearing yesterday. You are not mistaken. You're absolutely right. So here's the deal. I'm working from home today. And so it's kind of like, well, do I get dressed? But then it felt a little bit like, for me to show up in my hoodie. So, best solution, wear what I wore yesterday. So, yes, this is exactly what I wore yesterday. But, and this is the most ridiculous thing that I do. So, I put on earrings because I don't know why. And then I put on lip balm because lipstick was just obviously way too much effort. So lip balm, so my lips are moisturized. And then I spritzed myself with perfume. It's like, you can't smell me. But anyway, yes, if you want to know, I smell divine. I smell of Chanel, Gabrielle. I think the new fragrance is actually my first Chanel. I've never bought Chanel before, and I bought it a couple of weeks ago as a treat for myself. So anyway, good morning. How are you? I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I'd love to know. You guys never tell me what you did for the weekend. So unfortunately for you, you end up hearing about what I did for the weekend, which is never that interesting, but I'll tell you what I did for the weekend. Anyway, so it was actually my wedding anniversary this weekend. We've been married for 28 years. Yes, 28 years. He's actually, I'll keep him. I think I'll keep him maybe for another 2 years. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's actually an incredible husband. I'm very blessed to have him as my husband. So it was our anniversary. And so it's 28 years. You'd think that we'd do something, I don't know, like exciting, big, whatever. No. It really was one of those, like, what do you want to do? No, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And in the end, he really wanted to go to this restaurant, so it's like a local chain, and have their apple pie. So that really is as romantic as it got for us, is we went to this restaurant and had apple pie and then came home and that was it. But the other exciting thing that I did do this weekend is I spent Saturday and Sunday I got certified as a coach. So I am now officially a certified business and life coach. So I did my certification over the weekend, and part of it was really, to be quite, it's not a path I ever saw myself going down. I don't actually know specifically how I'm going to use it. I just know increasingly I get people asking me all the time if I would coach them. And I was like, I want to feel like if I do agree to do any coaching, that I somewhat know what I'm talking about. And so from a business perspective, that's my jam. Like, I've been a management consultant since, I don't know, the dark ages. So that's my jam. I'm certified as a business analyst. I've done project management. So that piece I understood. The life coaching was the part where I was like, I don't know. But yes, I'm now a certified life and business coach. And really, I guess from a life perspective, it's all the stuff that I've been on this journey to learn and grow over the last 2 or 3 years is the stuff that I would share. So yes, I'm now officially, I have a piece of paper that says I'm certified. So that was my weekend. Friday, did the anniversary thing. Saturday, Sunday, I was at this certification, which was actually really good. Like, I actually really enjoyed it. And then it's Monday. And what are we talking about today? Well, if you haven't already, we have a new episode up of the Ndini podcast, and it's one that I did as a solo episode. And part of what prompted it, just being completely transparent with you all, is I've really struggled the last 90 days. So, as some of you may know, my father passed away in June. And at that point, I'm very much a go, go, go. And so my father passed away and I went into action mode. What do I do? And I never allowed myself to really sit with those feelings, I think. And where it started to show itself in my life is I've started kind of backsliding into some of the bad habits, bad behaviors that I've used in the past as coping mechanisms. For me, it started to look like me eating foods that I know full well are not good for me. And this is not, just hold up, this is not about there being good foods and bad foods. This is just it being about the foods that I know for my body are not good or don't make me feel good because I have allergies and intolerances. So but those also happen to be the foods that I love and the foods that are my go-to comfort. And so I found myself increasingly kind of, it's like one day and then 2 days and then, increasingly off the rails when it comes to my eating. And then what was also happening, especially in the last month or so, is I was finding excuses not to do my workouts. And so what I decided for myself is that I've been here before, like so many times in the past where it kind of gets to this October, November timeframe. And I think to myself, oh, well, it's almost the end of the year. There are going to be all these parties and things that I'm going to go to. I'll just start in January. So I've been down that I'll just start in January so many times. And I know how bad I feel about myself when I do that I'll start in January thing. So what I decided to do was, okay, there are 90 days, literally 90 days left until the end of this decade, which sounds dramatic. End of the decade, but it is 90 days until the end of 2019, which also happens to be the end of the decade. And so I was thinking and just reflecting on what could I do to go into 2020 feeling strong, feeling inspired, feeling excited about the new decade. And I also thought about, I didn't want to wait until it was January 2020 to do my resolutions and get going again. And so what I did was I thought about, okay, what are some of the things that I could do? So I actually sat down and came up with 9 things that I thought would really help me end this year, these last 90 days, in a feeling powerful, feeling strong, and recommitting to my goals, and set me up to start the new year the best that I can be. And this is also an opportunity for me to show you our fancy schmancy. I don't know if you can see them. I have these branded note cards. And so if you watch this week's episode, I go into detail on all of these 9. So I highly encourage, please watch. Take what you like from my suggestions, leave what you don't like, but really be intentional about how you're ending this year. Be intentional about how you go into 2020. So the 9 things that I came up with, and like I say, watch the this week's episode. You can find it on our website, Ndini.com, and it's the current episode. We're also on YouTube. You can find it, and later this week we'll be posting it on Facebook. If you follow us on Facebook, and on Instagram and YouTube, and Facebook, we're at Ndini Media, Ndini Media. But I'll just summarize them really quick for you. So number 1 for me is be kind to yourself. The second one is having a clear vision, a clear goal about where it is you're going and what it is you're trying to achieve. The third is being. Who do you actually need to be? Because that's a step that, I used to miss or didn't even know about until fairly recently. Is I used to be focused on, okay, I've got a goal and what are the steps that I need to do to achieve that? But the missing piece for me was the fact that I need to act as if I'm the person who would achieve that goal. And so what are your ways of being, and how do you need to be to achieve that goal? The fourth is something that I read in Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he says, start with the end in mind. So what does the end look like? What's the goal that you're going for? What does success look like? And getting clear on that, and then working backwards from that. Having a plan. And this is also tied to the number 6. Have a plan, and how are you tracking against that plan? Number 7 is, what are your habits? Because it's all of everything you are is habits. Everything you have in your life is your habits. And so what are the habits that you need to instill? What are the habits that maybe, like me, you need to drop or do less of for you to be successful? Number 8, we're so hard on ourselves when we aren't perfect. And this isn't about perfect. This is about progress. So yes, expect that life is going to happen. Expect that you're not going to do everything perfectly, but it's about getting up, dusting yourself off, and getting started again. Keep going. And the last thing is a biggie for me. It's something I talk about all the time, and that's gratitude. Everything is so much better when you approach it from a place of gratitude, because whatever your circumstances are in life, whatever is going on in your life, you always have something to be grateful for. And when you approach life looking for the things to be grateful for, the things that you look for, what is it that the thing, what you appreciate appreciates is what I'm trying to say. So whatever you appreciate appreciates. You'll have more of those good things if you are grateful for what you have. So those are the 9 things that I'm working on for the next 90 days, that I'm committing to work on for the next 90 days. Like I say, you can listen to this week's episode. I go into more detail, and we also have a handy PDF that you can download and you can read for yourself and kind of keep handy to refer to. Thank you, Johan, for preparing that. And so, yes, I hope you all have an amazing week. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Hello, somebody's telling me you joined from the Netherlands. Hi. Hello there in the Netherlands. I hope you're having great weather. I wonder what the weather is like. It's probably like North America, where you're going into fall now and it's getting a little bit cooler. Hi, everybody who's joined. Thank you so much for joining. I hope to see you again, same time, same place next week. And like I say, this is the last 90 days of this year. Finish this year strong. Start the new decade. Start 2020 from a place of feeling excited, from a place of feeling strong, from a place of feeling inspired. And to be able to do that, the work starts now. Don't wait until January 1st, 2020. So have an awesome week, and I will see you same time, same place next week.